Okay, we have changed out the thread so that it is a nice red, so that if we do not hit in the right place every time, which normally we don't have a problem, it's gonna help hide our mistake, okay? And here we have a piece of remnant fabric that I cut off the fabric, one of those little oddball pieces that was sticking out. And what I'm going to use that for is I'm going to double check my stitches. And this is a pretty thick fabric, and we've had pretty thick fabric on before, so I think we're going to be fine. But always before you start sewing on your project, pull one of your little pieces of remnant and double check your tension. 3 forward and 3 back to the end, 3 back, 3 forward. Make sure this is all the way to the top. When that's all the way to the top, it should, and it's not. Release. There it goes. And my tension actually looks pretty darn good. So I'm happy here. Now I'm going to go ahead now, because I pulled this out, I'm going to cut this extra on both ends off. I'm going to make that a habit every time, because that'll get caught in the sewing machine underneath, and we'll end up doing a retiming and everything. Oh, I just noticed that it was a little tight right there. I'm going to run it through one more time and make sure that my tension isn't wrong and making loops up here. So see how loose this is right here? I think it's going to cause an issue. Seems to be running pretty good. Let's back off just a little. The thread is shredding a little bit there. So we're going to I'm cutting it off both ends. That right there was that tension problem that I was trying to address. So let's see. Come on, little bugger. And it's hard to see, but I'm just going to run through this metal bar right here, this safety feature or guard, and then I got to go through the needle. Didn't want to do it, so I cut a fresh little slice. Oh, much better. And then I gotta run down through this little hole down at the bottom. Okay. Now I think I'm ready to try that again. Bringing this all the way to the top. Yep, much better. Okay, I'm happy with that. Now we're going to go on to sewing our welt cord together, but I'm going to stop the video and before we can sew the welt cord. Next step is we have to install our welt cord foot, and I'm going to use the 1/4 foot, and what I've done here is I've put the piece in, and I've made sure that whenever I use the bottom foot that I found in the box, that it just looks like it just goes, the grooving right here just continues on nice and smooth. So that tells me that this will be a good fit for it. And if you can see right here, see how it's grooved this way, like this. I'm showing you again because I didn't know if it got it right there. So it just continues on with a nice groove. Alright, so I'm going to install these right quick. And I actually had to find a tightening nut for the small foot because a student had, of course, taken it out again. So that's one of the things we have to remember is that the screw for the back foot stays with the sewing machine. The screw for the front foot stays with the foot. So I'm going to remove this foot, which was also actually technically a welt cord foot. And let's see actually how it fits. It actually fits fabulous in there. So we can actually just use that same foot. I'm going to put it back on. Haha, we're putting back on the whole foot. That's not what we need. We need the welt cord foot. Here we go. That looks nice and straight with the grooves and the lining on the top, on the front foot as well. So we're just gonna make sure it's good and tight right where it is. Very good. And now I'm gonna set these over here and we're gonna be ready to sew in our next video. This thread likes to unravel. There we go. Next video. See you soon.